everybody. Welcome to Nick Takes Cali Yamaha Bolt 950cc edition. We're going to take a ride up Bouquet Canyon Road. Here's Lombardi Ranch, big pumpkin there. They do big Halloween pumpkin patch extravaganza every Halloween. It's a lot of fun, petting zoo and hayride and everything. This is my second ride with the new Vance & Hines air filter down there. Definitely a different sound out of the engine. Sounds less muffled, let's put it that way. Coming up on the Angeles National Forest. Into the twisties we go. Although, as you find out, I'm kind of a grandpa through the twisties. I'm not out to break a leg or take this beautiful little bike down. So I've had this bike about 3 months, but almost 3,000 miles on it. So I'm getting about 1,000 miles a month of saddle time in, which isn't too bad. Haven't really started commuting too much on it. Gone in a few times. A little bit of water hazard. And this poor little park over here, which is actually 100% handicap accessible park, and yet it's closed for some reason. Well, I know why it's closed. It's all run down. All the little docks and bridges over the water and stuff are dilapidated. Hope they get some funding sometime to redo that place. I don't think there's a lot of places like that around. This over here is one of my little fun spots. I like to go practice and take a little break from riding. I'm not sure what complex used to be there. There's at least a half dozen foundations that are all overgrown. So back here they called this Bouquet Canyon here. It's also known as Dead Man's Canyon or Hangman's Canyon. Back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was a big land feud, Castaic Range feud, I think it was called. A couple of landowners both bought according to them, the same piece of land from a railroad. And like 20 odd years of feuding went on over it. They estimated 15 to 40 people died. Teddy Roosevelt even had to send one of his men out from Washington, D.C. to try and settle the dispute, and it did for a couple of years while the guy stayed, but as soon as he left they picked it back up, started killing each other again, shooting each other. some young girl got killed in crossfire. And then they did a big hit on one of the ranch hands' families, and then they went after the son of the other landowner, and he got hung here in this canyon, which is why they call it Hangman's Canyon or Dead Man's Canyon. So I don't know where, never been able to find out exactly where the hanging took place, but there's a lot of trees you could hang people from. We're gonna head up. We're gonna go past the Oaks Lodge, which is or the Oaks Inn, I think it might be. Isn't an inn, but it's a restaurant bar, kind of a biker bar, although there's usually half as many non-bikers there as bikers. And I've only really been hanging out there this past winter. A lot of bikes are in their garages that time of year, so even today we've only waved to one motorcycle. And who wouldn't be out driving this if they could? Come on. So I got lucky this week when I put on this new intake, Vance & Hines VO2 intake. I was also going to install a fuel controller, which would involve taking off the gas tank and seat, etc. So I started doing that, took the seat off, and lo and behold, there was already a fuel controller on the bike. So I got to return that and get a couple $100 back, which was nice. And it is a Vance & Hines fuel controller, so which mine wasn't. I had picked up the Dyno Jet, which I don't know which one's better, but all I know is I didn't have to pay a dime for it. It's already on the bike. I submitted a form to Vance & Hines to get a tuning for my particular setup on the bike, so we'll see. I heard it may take a few days to get that. There we go. There's quite a few people there, including an officer of the law. That's interesting. See them drive by in SUVs back here, but I haven't seen too many motorcycle cops, especially stopping at the bar. It's interesting. Feels like the temperature dropped about 10 degrees from when I left the house, which is possible. I think I actually go up about, my house is at like 1,400 feet. I think this is, when we get to the reservoir anyway, we'll be at just short of 3,000 feet, or at least the road is probably 3,000 feet. The reservoir's elevation is 2,997 or something like that, just short of 3,000. We should be coming up on Bouquet Crossing, which is there's a single track that goes up to the top of the hill over here for off-road riding. I have a Yamaha TW200, the little dual sport, street legal, but very good on the dirt, can get up just about anything. There we go, there's Bouquet Crossing. Couple guys, and there's a good fire road over here as well. Won't be taking the Bolt up there, it's all dirt and rock. But the TW200, boy, that thing will go over anything that doesn't flip it over. And you know, and it's a lot of fun. Nice, fun little bike. Not made for doing jumps really or anything like that, just made for touring. It's actually the first motorcycle to go to the North Pole, to be ridden to the North Pole. So Japanese guy did it back when they first came out in the 80s. Anyway, this is a Bolt ride, not a TW200 ride. I think I've got a good mount going this time. This is actually right on my chin. I didn't like it on top of the helmet. It was kind of bobbing around in the wind. Definitely feel it there on the chin. I don't even notice that it's there on. The camera's it's not a GoPro. It's a cheaper brand. It's a Get Up, Get 2. And so far I've been pretty happy with it for the $120 I paid for it or whatever. So use it for some, if those of you that might have tuned into my channel before, I've got a few metal detecting videos that I've been doing, although this motorcycle hobby kind of overtook my metal detecting as something I wanted to run out and do on a daily basis. Eventually, when the thrill of this is not quite so strong, I'm hoping I'll start taking the metal detector out on the bike with me and stopping places, find some old abandoned stuff. I've already researched quite a few places I can go to, and I've been to a few of them, but I haven't brought the detector along with me yet. So. Alright, I think we're coming up on Bouquet Dam, which is about 190 foot earthen dam, and holds up all that water in Bouquet Reservoir. Can't quite see the dam yet. I think another bend or so. This was all built, I think they completed building it in 1934. It feeds the, well, it's fed from the LA Aqueduct. There's actually Bouquet Creek that runs all the way down here, and that was what this is built on top of. There's the dam. Well, it's a bunch of earth. So, it's maybe, and there's the water. Look at that. We're gonna go up Spunky Canyon Road over here. Get a bird's eye view of the water a little bit higher up. That's pretty nice though. I have done quite a bit before I got the motorcycle. I was coming out here and doing some metal detecting in some areas. I thought maybe workers of this reservoir might have been hanging out while they were working, since it was the 1920s and 30s they were working here. Find some interesting old coins. Here's a 4x4 off-road area that you can get up to the top of the mountains over here. Some nice Jeeps and such. I've seen some brave souls. Ooh, the road that goes up there is steep. You know, I don't know if I'd want to go up or down it in a Jeep, let alone even a motorcycle. I've been sitting at the top of it and sitting at the bottom of it, but I've never done it. I take a different route up, which is actually it's a pretty tough blue level single track that I take to get to the top. That, or I take some of the fire roads. Like there's one of the fire roads here that's a nice mellow drive up through the hills there, and all of those routes get you to the same top anyway, although you can ride for a good hour up there and not see everything at the top. And then that comes down onto rower flats down on the other side, which is an actual off-road HOV, not HOV, HOA, no, what do you call that? Off highway OHV. I don't know. That's so funny. I just blanked on that little acronym. Alright, so this is our left here. Here's Spunky Canyon. We got Palmdale 16 miles north of here. We keep going up that way. But we're not. We're going to cut through here. This heads over to Green Valley. Past the reservoir and up some nice little hills that I was going to go up and stop on. Maybe show the bike. There's usually a lot of gravel and dirt and sand on this road, so I might open it up on the straightaways, but I don't take the curves at any type of speed. And I definitely look at the surface I'm about to ride over like a hawk, because some of the rocks I've seen on this are pretty big. Some of the dirt is pretty deep. I mean, it can get covered after the rains, and it did rain yesterday, as I mentioned. So the guy that had this Bolt before me did like a lot of the main mods to it. He added the sissy bar and a rear seat and the fairing up front. And apparently he did that fuel controller for me, which was nice. Enough little things that he did to the bike that was easily over $1,000 worth of extras that he had done. I've put mirrors on and I blacked out a lot of the engine, doing some paint, high heat paint, cooking it in the oven and all. Turned out pretty good so far. I think a couple of my edges might already be losing some. I can see some silver on a couple of the edges where my foot rubs against one of the heat shields, but overall I think I did an okay job. I'll love to one day get things done a little nicer. A little paint job on the bike maybe. Still keep it a white motorcycle, but a little bit of ghost flames or something like that I'm sure would be nice. Couple of nice cars out. Still nobody caught up to me and got on my tail this entire ride, which is nice. Thinking of stopping up here on this there's a little shoulder area where you can see the Bouquet reservoir there, but I just wiped my tank down last night because it got dirty from the last time I was parked on the dirt. So I think I'm gonna not park in the dirt today. Oh, which is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Wonder if they've got green beer back there at the... See, this is where I would normally stop. Another good stop. There's a nice view of Green Valley down there. Yeah, there's not usually cars sitting there either. I did meet a wizard up here once, though. I was up there on my own, sitting, taking a break from riding, and guy with a, I swear to God, like a Gandalf beard down to his waist, came riding up on an off-road bike. He had a leather jacket on, like, well, leather vest anyway, white t-shirt, leather vest looking dude, long hair, and has a crazy beard. And he came up on a mountain bike, like a pedaling mountain bike. Definitely a guy you could see riding a Harley, but said he comes out there to straighten his life out. He said it's a good place for that. So I go there whenever I'm driving by, because my life always needs some straightening. Whose doesn't, huh? If it's open, I'll stop and have a little cup of coffee, maybe at the Heart and Soul Coffee House over here. I went one day and it was closed. I would have thought, and it was like, well, no, it was a Sunday. It's Saturday today, but it was actually Super Bowl Sunday. So they might have just been closed for the Super Bowl. Coffee's not very popular on Super Bowl Sunday, I don't think. See, you can see there's a lot of dirt back on this, all these cars that pull out from these dirt parking lots and dirt roads, and they drag all the dirt and gravel out with them. So you do have to watch out back here. But it's not horrible by any means. Green Valley Cafe. That wasn't open last time. It kind of looked like it was primarily for banquets and such. But let's see, do they look open? There is a car there. Well, I think I'm just gonna keep going this way. Head back. We are now on San Francisco Canyon. San Francisco. I think I got it all out that time. That's where they had a major dam break in around 1928, maybe, was it? I think 1928. Whole dam broke and sent a 100-foot wall of water down into the valley, killed I don't know how many people, but quite a lot of people. So one of the biggest disasters ever in California history. Sure, I'm not speeding because being St. Patrick's Day, there's a lot of cops out today. Might have been why that motorcycle cop was stopping. He might have been stopping to warn the bikers. There's a lot of us out today. Watch what you drink. Yeah, it looks like a winter's day. Aqueduct pipeline there. But really, it's just starting to feel like my own bike, because I've done enough changes to it now, put mirrors on it, blacked out things, put some bags on it. I've taken a break there. That's a good place. Yeah, this is where all the water came rushing down. You can hike back there, but they make you park pretty far away, so it's probably a mile hike to get to the actual where the rubble and such is, although there's not a whole lot of rubble left. Nice little bridge. I like going over this little bridge here. It's pretty. That's where you have to park to hike back to where the dam was. Here's part of the aqueduct infrastructure here. And that's one of the powerhouses. So some nice architecture on it. I'll try and go by kind of slow. So take a look. City of Los Angeles. Pretty nice. I guess the people that work there, oh, it's at the fire station. So there's some, looks like some bunks and such. There's a car sitting on the wrong side of the road when I get around the turn, so I mean, you gotta take them somewhat reasonably well. I like these cliffs over here, they're real pretty. I know there's some like old Indian artifacts and such tucked away in some of those little caves, I'm sure of it. They have found some out here. Leaving the Angeles National Forest, so now we're just going into farmland. This is where my daughter used to come ride for California Rangers horses, you know, formation riding, that sort of thing. Pretty soon we're going to be coming up on the gold, I think they called it the Gold Bowl, but one gold mining area that was like, I think the richest area as far as gold goes. Give this guy a little room. I'm not trying to rush him. I'm in no rush. Saturday, got no work, got nowhere to go. My son's at home, got his driver's license last week. He's got the car keys. He can take care of himself.